I guess Roger Goodell was at the game Sunday, making his daily rounds, whatever. I know they said he took a, a picture with a adult film star. I don't know the girl's name. I ain't really into that no more like that. As all young guys used to be in. Or most of us, I mean, not all categorized, there's some of us, or the select, the few, the proud. But man, he basically said that networks are asking about to put the Detroit Lions on. He said that it's pretty much the momentum they got from the Green Bay game last year. I mean, you think about that Buffalo game, man. Had that kicker made that kick, man, I think they win that game, and then they get in the playoffs if they beat Green Bay. You don't know what can happen with that momentum. I think this year, a lot of people say, well, I'm hoping the Eagles lose. I don't have nothing against Philadelphia unless they're playing us. So I'm not hoping another team lose because we can get home field. I ain't hoping field advantage. I like Jalen Hurts. I don't have nothing against DeAndre Swift, like A.J. Brown, like Devontae Smith. Always going to have love for Darius Slay. That's one of my favorite players to ever put a Lions jersey on. So I ain't really hating on it. I mean, you don't want to go outside and play the Eagles. I do understand that, but I mean, I don't fear them like that, though. To be honest, especially with Jalen Hurts not being able to move the way he need to move and guys don't get healthy. But I mean, I kind of fear it. People gonna say this sounds silly. I'm gonna do a video about this. I kind of fear to going to San Francisco a little bit more. I'd rather play Philly and Philly, but I fear going out to San Francisco playing them, even in good weather. But hey, I'm gonna do a video on that. But yeah, he basically said networks are asking for the Lions. You know what I'm saying? And now, instead of trying to strip them from Thanksgiving Day, which, rightfully so, you should try, but they was the first team or one of the first teams that was willingly signed up to play on Thanksgiving Day. So you gotta keep them in there historically. But yeah, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. But like he said, it's a demand. None of the other 4 kids want anything to do with the team. Martha stepped in, wanted to do something. And, obviously Rod Wood, they had great intentions. They're supposed to be moving from on top of the drive or top of the hill in Island Park, and right across the street from there to a better facility, you know what I'm saying? So they trying to expand on these facilities. They dug up the turf at Ford Field, put something else down there. Knew they didn't have to do that. So they're doing an excellent job. All they needed was the guy that knew the personnel. Simple as that. Guy that knew talent, knew how to run the team. Obviously, we didn't know much about Brad Holmes. We knew he was a college scout. The last guy they had that was really good at identifying talent was Brian Sanders, and he was helping out Martin Mayhew and Tom LeWine, if you remember. He came from Denver, so he can identify talent. Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, he was a direct cause and effect for Matt Patricia being a military-style coach, which that style doesn't work anymore. With my generation, it was like the last generation that can take that, that stern coaching. You got to remember, our coaches had the free will to do a lot of things they can't do today. I'm not going to speak on YouTube, and you go tell your parents, and your parents going to do that to you and tell the coach he was justified. And that's just the era that we came from, But nonetheless, people starting to see the momentum. People starting to see, it started with Hard Knocks. He had a slow start last year due to, coming into seasons with a lot of injuries. This year they did it again. Hopefully they get healthy, and they starting to gain more and more momentum, man. And, people starting to see, part of it is the fans. I've always told, and Rob Sims said this when he played here. He said Detroit has the best fans. He said Detroit Lions fans are the best, and we been knew this. The world didn't know it. And now you seeing everywhere they going. Even when they got blew out in Baltimore, Lions fans was there. Out in L.A., Lions fans was there. In Tampa, Lions fans was there. In Green Bay, Lions fans was there. Wherever they was at this year, Lions fans. Ford Field, Lions fans was there. Wherever they traveled at, we was rolling deep. And now they starting to see, you go to NFL.com or Fanatics, a lot of the popular apparel is sold out for the Lions apparel. They're seeing, oh, Detroit is lucrative. We've been knew this. It's a football time. It's no better fan base than Detroit and Cleveland. You can say Dallas, maybe. But really, in reality, there's no better fan base than people from Detroit and Cleveland. None. Those are faithful. No matter how high I get or how low it's been, they've been there. And, Cleveland went through a little bit more than we did. They took the original Cleveland Browns and gave them an expansion team. They in Baltimore. Very successful franchise. So, but yeah, the Lions are very, very lucrative, and I think they're starting to figure that out and see that now. The games are electric. The games are electric. The games are electrifying. It's hype. The stadium, it gave, without that, other than that, we just got the wings. They're really lifting up the city's morale and all that. Other than that, we just got the wings. Only winners get wings. Rest in peace to Demaryius Thomas. So, but yeah, I think Martha was on one of, Roger Goodell boards and all that type of stuff. They booed her, rightfully so. I don't think she deserved per se to get booed. But the frustration people had when she got here, the mama had it, then gave it to, Sheila. And it was frustration. It was losing. Then you get here, we lose. People have ran out of patience. But you know what? They made progress. The next thing they do is just got to close the deal with Calvin Johnson. That's it. But, you hear Calvin Johnson, I go to different organizations and they gave special treatment to their stars, and the Lions weren't even treating their stars the right way. And this is what you get with a player's coach, but like I said before, they gonna be in demand. There's too much money behind them. They seeing the money that they driving through. They seeing the ticket sales they driving in other stadiums. There's too much money into it. The Lions are too popular. They too popular, man. And imagine if the Pistons start winning. In a tie, you ain't seen shit. You ain't really seen shit. We ain't never seen Lions really win like this in a long time. But when you see the Lions winning, it's nothing more beautiful in sports. When the Pistons be winning, especially they downtown again, that'd be nuts. That stadium be filled every day. They had what? They was 11th or 12th in attendance last year in the NBA with a shitty team. So same thing for hockey, the Red Wings and the Tigers. It's a real sports town. It ain't like it's one of those sports towns like Oklahoma City where ain't shit else to do. There's plenty to do in Detroit. Especially when you used to be able to come and go to Canada as you please. You got Chicago. You got the theme parks in Ohio. So there's plenty to do. You ain't too far from the Mall of America. Plenty to do. It's a hub between, you can be in New York in an hour. You can be in Atlanta in an hour on the plane. So I always tell people, one of the reasons I stay here, because it's straight. It's a straight area to be in, especially if you're able to move to the suburbs and you don't really like the city. But, it is what it is. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance of notifications. We go live, drop a video. Hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere there. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. More videos like this. Peace.